looks like we got a couple more audio issues on your end. We got to pick up the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Nelhad. Man, this is funky over here. This is crazy. All right, now we should be getting the legend. I sure hope so. It's game number one. I mean, only 60 seconds gone by. We knew the match was going to start. I believe this is game one. Scoreboard would also like to agree with us. We've already seen some mechanics come out in the first 10 seconds that we've been able to watch. So it gives me good hopes for SIUE. However, with that demo there, things might be looking a little bit more dangerous, but the speed of play does manage to keep up with each other as the Monkey Men going for those demo plays, want to break a hole in the defensive wall as soon as they can and get themselves on the board. That's that aggressive play style we need to see, and Base will make sure they secure their way in.
Tip walked so Base could run there. Tip really finding some holes in the defense, drawing a ton of defenders to himself. Base really just there to clean that one up. Great effort by Monkey Men to get out here in game number one. Grant, we've only seen a few seconds, but I really like how they're playing.
Same here. It's completely different from the last series we saw from St. Ambrose and Grandview. We see that speed of play able to be matched by both teams, and also a lot of good decisions made in the defensive rotations. And that's kind of what we were talking about. The difference between the last match and any other match, most likely, is that we're going to see that defense straighten up some good defensive plays, but this one, a little bit cluttered and hard to communicate.
And Tip, that's first goal, but already 3 shots on goal. This Monkey Men offense has come out, and they've come out swinging. Grant, there is no doubt about what they want to do, and that is keep the pressure, keep the heat up on SIUE. SIU's got to find a way to clear this ball.
Certainly, I think I spoke a little bit too soon on Southern Illinois because, I mean, one of them was backwards. I was talking about how they could keep up with the speed of play from Monkey Men, but that turned out not to be the case. You get caught off guard, pushed up too far, forced to work your way backwards, and it is not a comfortable place to be. Of course, you're going to have a high likelihood of getting scored on here. Monkey Men, though, shooting high, are unable to pick up that third goal. They don't need it. They just need to hold on to their lead, and we've seen SIU in the last series do just that. No doubt in my mind that Monkey Men are capable of doing the exact same thing. But for now, we'll have to work from the defensive side. Good little swing around from Captain Sano. Unfortunately, nothing to come of it. SIUE bringing back the pressure, but fall short.
SIUE starting to win a few 50s. They're starting to apply a little bit of pressure. It's less Monkey Men all the time, but that Monkey Men defense around the goal is still playing very, very firm, close to the bell, and it's been really hard for SIUE to even generate a shot. Cap and Sano does get their own shot right there, saved on the back half by Thrashhawk. That'll be good. Tip playing this one off all. Big demo, 3v2 here from Monkey Men. Can they find something? Kev, good bit of defense to clear that one. That should buy the time for SIUE to get back to full strength as we're just under 2 minutes to go.
Very strange that no one was around for that clear on behalf of Monkey Men, either from both sides. Would have been a great opportunity for anyone who was able to get to it. Now an overcommit from everybody on Southern Illinois. Moves the ball closer towards the net. Finds its way over and around. Picked up in the corner by Kev. Not much longer though. Tip. 50 in the corner. And nobody able to capitalize. A big box out from Southern Illinois allows them to progress further, but look how quick Tip is. Now in a 1v1 situation. Just a little flick is all they need. They go low, but it's blocked by Style at the last second.
Tip nearly had it, but great, but a defense, as you said, it doesn't even matter. Base finds the cleanup.
So clean. Lots of 1v1 action. Quick to play your resources well. Just beating them by a couple inches there. Kev nearly had it off the roof of their car. Would have saved them this time, but maybe they're looking towards the next game with only 76 seconds to go. It's not looking good for Southern Illinois Edwardsville.
That pass from Cap and Sano to set up that goal was beautiful. It was like a 5.
Very mental, and at this point you have so much quickness of play that you can't keep up with, and you should really really start focusing about making smart decisions, trying to slow it down, find your rotations again, because you're down 4 goals. You're not going to make the comeback. You can try one more kickoff, but if that doesn't go in your way, if you can't get the next goal, you need to start thinking about settling back in and thinking about your approach to the next game, because you don't get that one under control. You're getting swept by the Monkey Man in this best of 3. Kickoff nearly goes in their favor twice before, and a third time denied at the door. SIUE are all out of luck for this first game, and now it's back to that mentality switch. At first, SIUE was also able to keep up with that pace of play. They were making the good challenges, able to make those quick and swift rotations that Monkey Men have done, which is really great because we talked about the Monkey Men being that top of the level in Rocket League. Being a top rank makes you so much of a opponent to anybody you face, specifically in this one when SIUE, they're rocking with only one SSL and a couple players in lower tiers. So you've got a lot of weight that you got to carry around. I'm not saying anybody's going to carry because the scoreboard shows they were rather even, but something to be said, something to look after. You have to keep up with that speed of play. You have to find what you just did in game 1 in the first opening minute. See if you can't hold that for a little bit longer and find a chance when you can punish a mistake, even though those chances come very rarely.
Big stat that I was looking at, SIUE only 4 shots on goal. If my math is good, their opposition had 13. Once again, I'm not too great at addition, so someone have to fact check that. Fact check me in the back end. But you're not going to win games only with having 4 shots on goal. You need to apply the pressure. Pressure busts pipes. It gets rid of that defense. And Grant, you just got to find the back of the net. And guess what? The more opportunities you have on goal, the more likely it's going to happen. I'd like to see them play a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, see if they can use their boost on offense rather than having to conserve for defense. And oh crap, we've got to clear. Oh no, what are we going to do? We're just absolutely taking on water.
My roommate is rather high ranked in Rocket League, and he's played on a varsity team for a college before. No, our college over at Ball State, represent chirp chirp. But he's played a ton, and he said you can tell a lot about a team just by the way they play defense. And unfortunately, here Style is not able to shadow in the way they like to. Biting a little bit early means you're kind of screwed in that situation. 5 seconds in, and Monkey Men on the board first. But you can't overcommit like that. Style, for the second time this game, caught in the worst position, and really the 4th time this series. It's always been that guy last, and he has not been able to make the defensive efforts that have been needed to keep them in this game. It's falling apart quickly in the first minute, completely opposite of what we saw in the last game. Stop panicking is step number 1, and stop trying to play faster than you can. Take it at your own pace and play the defensive game. The meta, at least all of the last season in the pro scene of RLCS, was wait for that counterattack, and I think that's something that could benefit SIUE if they're crafty enough and patient enough. But at the same time, when you get offensive opportunities, try to take that 1v1 as far as you can get. If it gets taken off the top of your car, at least you progress down and you have someone behind you to make up for something like that. Now base, though, from the Monkey Men, is going to do just that, pressing as far as they can go, getting a demo on the way out. So efficient, and a player to look out for. Pass in front to tip, and they miss. I don't even think Beautiful does this play enough justice. So just spectacular to find those small gaps. It's very small paths. Not often do we see that in Rocket League where you're passing so close to one another, but the fact you can predict your teammate and communicate like that just shows you the kind of team that Monkey Men are going to be in this tournament. Meanwhile, SIUE really struggling to get this one through. A pass back towards their own net. They did themselves dirty. They played themselves.
You know, usually in these situations, we'd say 3 minutes and 7 seconds is an eternity in Rocket League. An abundance of time to come back. But with how Monkey Men are playing right now, I think it's going to feel like an eternity for the wrong reasons. I think Monkey Men might look to run up the score in this game. SIUE, they just can't keep up, Grant. It's a track meet, and they showed up in their dirtiest, oldest, falling apart pair of sneakers.
I mean, you trying to like comment on my shoes or what's going on here, man? You can't do me like that. Don't. Luckily, the camera can't see it. We won't talk about it. But I mean, you're right. Things have kind of fallen apart for them, and I think a big reason to that is because there's been no connections, both metaphorically and literally in the sense of Rocket League and passing. There has been no effort to find each other. We've only seen solo plays, really. A couple wraparounds here from Kevin. Don't do them much of any good. If Style can find their teammate, that'd be great. Thrashhawk wants to try, but thrown away a bit early. They are struggling mechanically to get good first touches on the ball. And for those at home that don't understand the importance of that, just look, the first time any player gets their hands on their ball, whenever it comes towards them, look how close they keep it. Here comes Tip off the ceiling, gets two to their teammate. Then Base sets himself up for a second one off the backboard. That's what Monkey Men have been doing. Now watch SIUE. They get a couple, but Captain Sano is right up on them, so quick to suffocate them with that pressure like you were talking about. Eventually, that builds up, and it's got to go somewhere. Oftentimes, you build up pressure, it bursts, and that's been the story of SIUE's run in this game against Monkey Men. They're looking to get swept, unfortunately.
You know, it's like Mama always told me to not flush wipes down the toilet, Grant. It's because pressure bursts pipes. Pressure bursts pipes. Eventually, you keep shoving those wipes towards the goal, Grant. You're going to find one. It's going to explode, and Monkey Men have found 4 of them so far. Captain Sano trying to make it a 5th, really just trying to get the clear off the back end, but the defense caught a little lacking. Thrashhawk, that demo is going to be big, but will it be big enough? Can't get out of the corner. Here's Tip looking for a teammate. Good piece of defense, but there's the follow-through. The setup from Base to Insano, not going to find the back of the net.
It's a good clear, though, from not Captain Sano, but one of the SIUE players. He does do them a bit well to transition out. They saw all 3 commit and found their opportunity. Monkey Men have been playing it smart. The recovery time is also impressive. To say the least, Bump nearly secured a goal off that backboard. It's a deadly play you don't see too often. Difficult to execute, but when you're dealing with a team as high-ranked as Monkey Men, it's kind of the thing you expect from them. Now, Captain Sano, unable to get anything else. They don't really need it. 35 seconds to hold on here for Monkey Men, and 30 seconds of desperation for Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. This may be looking like the end of this series, but a couple chances, double commit. This might make them out of luck.
I do want to say that Thrashhawk for Edwardsville has been absolutely phenomenal the past couple minutes. 2 saves, a big demo to kind of alleviate some of the pressure. Been the one saving grace for SIUE. They've helped this game stay at least a little bit in check. Still trailing 4. That one's not going to find the back of the net, and we're going to wind up with a 4-0. Thrashhawk, do you got it? Not quite. 4-0 win. Monkey Men, they get the clean sweep. They're looking like the front runners to walk out of pool number 2 as that 1 seed, Grant.
But then you also wonder about that SIUC team. They were looking kind of nasty and sweeping their way through Monkey Men. I can only imagine what's going on down there, and I can also only imagine what happens in the rematch of Monkey Men, because they look good in that game. Granted, the competition maybe not as high as they needed to really show themselves off, but definitely a force to be reckoned with. Top 4 for sure, top 3 potentially. It's up there. A lot of good action to follow here in the second pool.
Yes, there is. We're going to take a quick step aside here from the Putnam. When we return, we're going to shift on over to Pool 1, technology permitting, have a little bit more pool play before we head into our single elimination bracket. Stay with us. Welcome back to Goals and Gambits. Let me tell you, I know it looks bright in here because the sun behind us. It's also making it really hot in here, and it's not just because I'm now sitting next to the most handsome esports director in all of not just the Midwest, but I'll say the United States. I'll push it there. I don't know about Europe. I haven't toured overseas yet.
Well, thank you for the introduction, Nohad. It has been some time since we've been on the mic. I think last time we were on the mic, we took a trip over to Boston, Foxborough, specifically over in MA. We were on air for Stay Plugged In, and now we're back in the hashtag MidBest, casting goals and gambits. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon. It has been a fantastic event here at the beautiful Putnam Museum here in Davenport, Iowa.
And coming up, we have an in-state matchup. Grant and I thought this was my first game of the day. We misspoke. We've been let it just simmer. You know when you've got a good soup going, and you push it to that back burner, and you just forget about it all afternoon, and then you go back, and it's got this beautiful color. It smells great. It's a little thick. That's what we've got cooking here. We have Southern Illinois University Edwardsville going up against Southern Illinois University Carbondale. Now, Carbondale, undefeated on the day. They haven't dropped a single game, including an impressive sweep of IWU. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Edwardsville, they're 1-1 on the day. They've got a total game score of 2-3. They're looking to be little brother and kind of pull off the upset here as we're rounding out our pool play matches.
Absolutely. And going out of the pool plays, we're going to be heading into a top cut bracket. It'll be single elimination, best of fives throughout the whole way through. So there won't be any chances of just, a very quick 2-1, 2-0 situation. But you're absolutely right. Carbondale been on a tear this afternoon thus far, and Edwardsville gonna struggle a little bit getting into it, but they're ready for the match. I know for a fact. They're, it's one of those things when you have a sibling, right? You have an older brother picking on you. There's nothing more that you want than to just put them in their place, and I'm sure that's where they're at right now.
As a youngest sibling, I feel that. I didn't get to be 6'3" until my oldest brother was out of the house, so it's a real shame. It's a lot of weight. Is going to be big brother or little brother, and if Edwardsville can pull off the big comeback, Nuke, I am excited.
Oh, I am ecstatic as well. And wow, the 2-second ope off rip. Let me just sneak right past you. Nudge it in. Connor with the quick score.
Now, if you've never heard Nuke on the mic or have been in the Midwest in your entire life, the 2-second ope is, of course, if you score right off the kickoff, it's let me school jump past here, but I just got to get this goal real quick. Like he does that. Nuke also known to bust out and start rapping Biggie during the broadcast, so be ready for that one.
Very true. I mean, I've been known at times to hypnotize the broadcast with the sweet lyrics I got in the back burner. Just like Nerves, got this sweet pass over to Matt going off of the sidewall, taking it through the midfield, but that is going to be Undead Salt, pushing it back on SIUC's side. That's going to be a pass over to midfield, but it's barely going to miss. Nerve going to take control off of the corner, ripping it back up. SIUE Black trying their best to regain control.
Yeah, and SIUC Black coming out, doing what we thought they would do. Big brother beaten up, got that first goal, and they've kept the pressure on the rest of the game so far. Edwardsville, they're trying to find an opening. This could be something here, but it comes to nothing. Bucky on the back end, good piece of defense, plays it forward, but it's taken in the midfield by Nerve. Now taking it up the sidewall, Nerve. This could be a big play, but good piece of defense. Edwardsville on the crackback. Matt plays in the corner. It's not enough. Little brother looking for their first goal, and they cannot find it.
It's still a little bit of a back and forth as both teams are fighting for control, but I love the positioning we're seeing from either side. Micah waiting for that long pass as they are just trying to rip these long field shots, and it's working out to a point, but they're contesting in the air quite a bit. No one's really able to get an edge until, it looked like Bucky was trying to get Nerve was trying to get a shot on goal, but it was not going through.
Bucky with a beautiful save right there and continues to play the strong defense. That'll be a solid clear, much needed by SIUE. The pass to the center, can't find anything. Good piece of defense by Connor. Gets it taken away, but it doesn't matter. Nerve there to pick it right back up. SIUE, shot on goal. It'll find the back of the net. It's Bucky.
Bucky unfrozen in the ice, Super Soldier program initiated, and he's ripping it into the goal to get the first one on the board for SIUE Black. That's going to even out the game with 3 minutes left. It's really anyone's game at this point, but it does put SIUE Black in a really good position mentally for the rest of this match, not to be down that goal and even the playing field.
Yeah, and they look to get something strong off the kickoff there. Doesn't find it. Here's Matt. Good center. Nerve gives it right back. A little bit of hot potato. Nobody wants to take the shot. Bucky, good piece of defense. Doesn't find it. There's the clear. They finally get, but it doesn't go anywhere. Connor to Matt. They don't find the goal, but a good bump in the goal. Bucky, the hero they needed. As he said, thawed out of the ice. And a little sleeper agent. If you were a sleeper agent, what would your secret activation word or phrase be?
Ope.
You can't be stationed in the Midwest, brother. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. No, it would probably be something like, I don't know, Venom Killer Apple Pie. That you never hear that back to back. Just like you never see a demo like that, Matt to Matt on Micah, 12:05, taking him out. And trying to get this game back in favor of SIUC. It's going to go towards the goal. That's going to be Nerve. And I'm loving the challenges we're seeing from both sides of these teams. They're doing a great job of just waiting patiently, seeing where that ball's going, and they're meeting each other in the air nearly every time for the 50s.
SIUC looking for something here. They can't find it. SIUE holding on to this tie. Once again, SIUE 1-1 in the pool. SIUC undefeated thus far. Looking to keep that undefeated streak alive. Big demo by Matt. Looking to find some of the offensive end. Bucky can't get it to go. Stonewall by Matt. And a big save by Undead Salt.
Yeah, he's not salty about that one. We know for sure. Hitting it up the sidewall now. That's going to be Undead Salt looking for a pass in mid, but ooh, going to miss that trajectory a little bit. Time to maybe hit the practice range after this game and make sure you're hitting those shots because that could be detrimental. Bucky going for a shot on goal. Nerve is going to be there to stop, though, and that's going to be Matt once again. They're going to play pass it back and forth. Matt going back towards the midfield, and they look like they were trying to set up something there for a second, but didn't quite find the angle that they were looking for.
Undead Salt nearly has a good looking goal there. Bucky's got to be the MVP of this game so far. Absolutely everywhere for SIUE Black, but a good look here. Plays it off the back, the pass, a bouncer. The slow roller won't find the back of the net. Nerve, another good center. Who else but Bucky up and at him? Can't find it, but there is the reinforcements with Micah. Bucky looking for it on the wall. Not a great contact. Micah in the vicinity, trying to play it off the wall themselves. 30 ticks to go. Sets it up. Oh, stonewalled by Connor.
That was beautiful from Micah, though. Got it around two defenders from SIUC. He just needed a second or a third to come around, help tap it in. Unfortunately, had no help at the time. That's going to be Bucky was sitting at 20 boost, trying to go and get something off the wall. A little bit ambitious, just like Nerve predicted. Saw that Bucky was struggling a little bit on this right side, came through, was able to nab that from Undead Salt straight into goal. No follow-up needed from Matt M.
Yeah, and they catch Micah looking at the boost pad there. The rest of SIUE Black just not in position, and they only give themselves 9 seconds to get back into a game that they were firmly and squarely in. Let's see what they can do. Nerve plays it off. Great stuff here by SIUC Black, and they're going to get one for the road. This game is over.
Oh, yeah, Matt M. This was a great shot from Nerve, passing it over. Matt was in position, ready to go. Shot lines up on goal. Undead Salt, unfortunately, a little bit slow to the chase there, was not able to get the touch they were looking for, and that will be game one in this series.
All right, I've thought about it a little bit. I think that my sleeper agent activation phase, it's just got to be something heinous, just so I can, go,
Oh, Connor scores again! So, that was the most unnecessary goal we've seen all series, and we were even thinking that ball was going to drop, right? We were like, okay, it's done. But no, Bucky said, nah, man, you know what? Take another one. We don't need it. You guys got game one. Real recognized real. Here you go. Pitch it up.
Connor scores again. Now my phrase. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.